Today on episode 24, we're going to be talking about Mexican food. Now, who loves Mexican food? Let me know down below here. Good afternoon. This is Barry Beer on the 11th of July, 2020. And firstly, apologies for not bringing the Saturday wrap to you last weekend as I was sick. And to tell us more about that, good afternoon to my upsider, Keith H.
Good afternoon, Barry Fee. It's always great to be back into the studio. We always talk a lot of good stuff, especially food. But I'm glad we'll be back into episode 24.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like Barry mentioned about Mexican food. Who doesn't like Mexican?
Well, to kick it off this segment today, okay, nachos. How do you make them? Well, simply brown up some mince, some onions, and some other ingredients. Here's my upsider now with his opening sequence on this.
Yeah. Um, you know, the key point for like Barry mentioned about the Mexican food is about fresh products.
And make sure, guys, that your ingredients are fresh and in date. Here's my upside.
Yeah, especially onion, chili, tomato, anything involved with if you make a taco, if you make a burrito, or if you make what do you think, Barry, for Mexican food?
Well, you've got to consider people's dietary requirements as well when you make a Mexican dish.
Yeah.
Here's my upside.
Yeah. Barry, like Barry saying, they inquire from other people, and people that don't like dairy, people that don't like wheat, or or things like that. You need to inquire for their requirement about how they want their food cooked.
And make sure that you know that you buy good quality mince when you are making nachos. Here's my upside.
Yeah, especially if you want to do a beef or yeah, beef or nacho would be alright. Barry?
Yeah.
Chicken? Do you reckon chicken alright?
Chicken's okay, yes.
How about pork? Mince?
Well, pork, you can do that.
Yeah. See, make sure, like Barry said, it's a fresh update mince.
And make sure you check the date on the mince before you take it. Because if it's off, you can't cook with it. Here's my upside.
And good luck is we end up in a bin. You need to buy fresh products, make a good mince for your nacho. Yes, that's how you cook the nacho.
And then you assemble your mixture in the bottom of a Pyrex dish, okay? Then add a layer of guacamole, okay?
Yeah.
And some grated cheese and sour cream. Here's my upside.
My mouth is watering when Barry starts to explain the kind cheese, guacamole, everything. Oh, put it together. Yum. I can't believe it.
So, what you do, guys, is simple. Okay, you have to have good fresh corn chips as well. Here's my offside.
Eat it with your means with guacamole and everything. Eat it together, crunchy, yum, and keep it warm while you eat.
And add some grated cheese and then bake in the oven for 6 to 8 minutes until your cheese is melted. Here's my offsider.
Cause the cheese, when it's melt in your beans, I'm telling you, you guys like you don't want to stop. You want to keep going until you finish the bowl, and then you go for another second round. And it's that's how the element adding to the meat will be like heaven.
And it's so easy to do, guys. Why waste money going out to a restaurant? Here's my offsider.
I think very sometimes people they are lazy to cook, or or they doesn't want to use the really fresh products that we use in Australia.
Because fresh products, guys, when you cook with them, you know what you're putting in your dishes each night. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, and then you enjoy the way you cook, you eat, you enjoy it. It's not like you cook and then you go to the restaurant and you don't know what they cook and you like.
So, so go on, make some nachos tonight, guys,
Yeah,
and enjoy, and add some good salsa to that as well. Here's my offsider.
sometimes people they like a little bit of Tabascos that spice it up, or some people they like to have a little bit of um, green chili. It's kind of freshen up the way you eat.
And now it's time to move on to the next subject of today's show. Well, last Saturday after breakfast, unfortunately, I had to leave the studio. Here's my offside.
Yeah. I know Barry was not feeling well on a Saturday last week. That's why we never put up a video last week because Barry was not feeling well. We're not gonna go into any details. We say like limited because um, Barry was not feeling well, and then the paramedic came and checked with Barry, and then Barry ended up going to the hospital for a few days.
Yep, so I had to have some surgery, guys.
Yep.
Unfortunately, and that's why I was unable to bring the first Wednesday night rap, well, the second one back. And on the subject of hospitals and ambulances, please do not ring them unless you have an emergency.
Yeah.
Please leave 000 alone for critical emergencies.
That's true.
Here's my option.
Yeah. That's the reason why we don't need to call the ambulance unless you have an emergency, like Barry on the last Saturday. Is the good people they came and checked on Barry, so Barry ended up in a good place. Like in the hospital, they look after him, and he well, then he come back. The same thing like to you guys. Don't be call 000 for what, Barry?
pizza delivery,
No,
or you stub your toe, or you've got a cooking pot on fire somewhere.
no.
Use a fire extinguisher. That's what they're there for. Here's my offsider.
That's right. We have a lot of um, things that we to be very important and priority is to look after yourself and don't call 000 unless we have an emergency.
And what time did we call the ambulance?
Last Saturday we called the ambulance around 10:30, 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock we called them in.
11 o'clock, yeah.
So they were from Balgala Station.
Yeah.
And up on arrival at the hospital, the staff in emergency looked after me well, and then I was transferred to the ward 5D, and bed number 4. It was, and I heard a chopper coming in on Sunday morning, but I couldn't see it. And the Monday, I had the surgery. Here's my offside.
Yeah, very heavy surgery and went well, successful. And then Barry came back on Thursday, and he stayed in hospital for a couple of days to well look after. And we're grateful for the nurse and the doctor. They do help Barry. He's well now. Appreciate your help. That's what we love about going to the hospital. They are good people there to look after Barry.
And on the subject, don't go up there and waste their time because they have other patients to see. Here's my offside.
Yeah, it's not funny. They are very busy inside. Like, guys, just go in there, get what you need, and out the door because don't keep them there. He's because everybody are busy doing their job. Look after everyone.
And tell the hospital staff the truth too. Here's my offside.
Yeah, just be honest with them. What you have, just don't waste their time, please.
Well, we're coming up to episode 25, and that is tomorrow, so do join me for that. But until then, this is Barry Fair and Kid H wishing you a good afternoon. And here it is to say it's good afternoon now.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening to us and hope you enjoy your afternoon. Have a can of Coke, watch TV, kick back, enjoy your Saturday afternoon.
Bye bye now. Thanks for watching.